Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to use your first archer better. It's pretty important on OvC. If you get a crawler kill, um, it's pretty helpful. And if you get 2 crawler kills, you can pretty much win the game if you play other parts of the game right and don't lose the archer. So here's the ideal situation. Archers have a reload time of like 1 second. So you want to be shooting every time the archer can shoot. Now this is the ideal. What really happens in games is something more like this. For whatever reason, players tend to have a lot of wasted time. This is time that the archer is not reloading, but is also not shooting. So they're not starting the next reload. So it's a wasted damage, and it can add up really fast in the early game. So why do people have this instead of this? G-kiting is guaranteed to reduce DPS, and I'll talk about that in a bit. Having to re-raise your bow is also bad if the crawlers go out of range of the archer, and then we're going to talk about something else later. So G-kiting loses you DPS in 2 ways. Either you G-kite too early and you completely miss your shot because your archer isn't ready. This is really bad because it will take about a second for you to recover your archer and actually do the shot because of how G-kiting works. So this is like a whole wasted shot. The other issue with G-kiting is that you will shoot too late, especially with ping, maybe not 2k ping, but even any amount of ping. There's no way you will time your G-kite exactly when this next shot is loaded. So there's going to be some wasted time. Even taking 10% extra time to shoot compared to the ideal, like shooting right after you reload, results in 9 arrows being shot instead of 10. For reference, against the first 4 crawlers, the archer usually shoots 20 arrows. So if you're G-kiting, and G-kiting well, 10% is pretty conservative figure. Really, I think G-kiting probably wastes more like 30%. You'll get 18 arrows instead of 20. So G-kiting is bad. That's pretty much the difference. And yeah, tiny differences can result in crawler kills, which are huge. So what should you do instead of G-kiting? A moving, hold commanding, or stopping are all good alternatives because the archer will shoot right when it reloads, right when it can shoot. Also, you should do A move, hold, or stop before the shot is ready, otherwise you'll have the same issue with G-kiting because of lag and stuff like that. Now you might say to me, like, I G-kite because otherwise my archer will die. It's just something like this. And what I'd say this is, if you were already G-kiting, then you probably need to stick to G-kiting because the cats will be too healthy. But if you never G-kited in the match in the first place, your cats should look pretty weak, like in both these photos. And your archer should be pretty healthy. So you can G-kite if they're just sacrificing all their cats to try to get the archer kill, but otherwise you don't really need to, especially in the first minute against the first 3 or 4 cats. Yeah, so TLDR, don't G-kite for the first minute of the game. Don't press this button. Attack move, or hold, or stop. Again, just more visual ways for visual learners. if you don't have optimal DPS, the threat of the crawlers becomes greater really fast. If you're against 4 crawlers with like full health or almost full health, that's a big archer threat. But if you're against 4 crawlers and 2 of them are almost dead, and only 1 is healthy, it's really not as big of a threat to your archer, especially with the sword coming in. I messed up here. Anyway, also bow raising is a waste of time. So what happens when a unit is coming into range of an archer is the archer will go from this left panel here to the right panel. Now the problem is it's not shooting this whole time, even though it has an arrow ready. So avoid bow raising. Pretty much the bow goes down when there's no enemies within the archer. So stay close to the crawlers or center. If the crawlers have left center, then at least you're taking an objective on the map, right? You're getting gold. Otherwise, you want to be fighting for the objective and staying close to the crawlers. So like it's fine to be far from the crawlers if you're taking center. There's justification there. And also make sure to forward kite when the cats are running away. Otherwise, you'll get out of range. Okay, last point, is you should be shooting damaged crawlers. So why is that? It's not necessarily about killing them, although obviously if you focus one crawler, it'll be more likely to die. The real issue is that crawlers regen 1 archer hit every 30 seconds. So if you're hitting multiple crawlers, they're all regenning that 1 archer hit back. So if there's 1 crawler damage, there's only 1 crawler regenerating health. If there's 5 crawlers damaged, they're all regenerating health, which is not good. So yeah, do this one. Your crawler health bars should look like this, not this. So this is just a summary slide. Maximize DPS with the first archer, and you'll be guaranteed good results. Make sure you're shooting right when the archer can reload, or once they're reloaded. And if you do this, and you're targeting the crawlers well, targeting the damaged ones, then the threat of the crawlers for killing your archer should really look like this. It shouldn't really go up over time, especially in that first minute, until the crawlers back up and get back their health. And once they do that, you have time to put up the wall, get some gold from center, scout with the sword. So it puts you in a pretty good position to maximize the DPS of the first archer. I hope you liked it, and if you like the content, make sure to subscribe and like for the YouTube algorithm and stuff. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.